Ever wondered how pros can play those powerful rock piano grooves? It actually comes down to mastering a few essential rhythms everyone can learn, even beginners. So in this video, I'm going to show you 3 rock piano grooves you need to know. They are easy, super fun, and they will instantly make your playing sound more confident and professional. And if you'd like to have the PDF version of this video, you can get it down below in the description. Amazing, so to play these grooves, I'm gonna be using a classic rock chord progression, the 1, flat 7, 4, and 1. So in C major, we're gonna have C, so it's C, E, and G. We have B flat, so it's B flat, D, and F. We have F, F, A, C, and back to 1, which is C major. So those 4 chords, you've heard that chord progression in so many rock songs. So C major, B flat, F, and back to C. Also, I'm going to be using some chord inversion to play these grooves just so it sounds better. Amazing, let's dive into the first groove. And the first groove is inspired by the classic song Hey Jude by the Beatles, and it goes just like this. This one is using quarter note on the right hand, and we have a few upbeat on the left. So let's take a look at what's happening here. So on the right hand, you just have to play the triad chord right here in quarter note. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, B flat, 1, 2, 3, 4, F, 1, 2, 3, 4, and back to C, 2, 3, 4, just like this. Now on the left hand, we're actually going to be playing 8 notes quarter note, and then every time we have an upbeat, we're going to be playing the root note of the chord. So it goes like 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, just like that. So it's a really cool groove to have because it's easy to play and it sounds great actually. So very simple groove that you can use in so many songs. So both hands now, we're gonna have 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So you see what I meant here when I was playing like with the upbeat on the left. So we have 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and we do the same thing on each chord. So B flat, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and on F, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and back to C. Just like that. So very cool groove to learn if you want to have something in the style of Hey Jude. Alright, groove number 2 is inspired by one of my favorite rock songs by the Black Crowes, and it's Hard to Handle, and it sounds just like this. Alright, so I love this groove because it actually uses the dominant 7 in the chord, which gives us a bluesy, classic rock vibe. So let's take a look at what's happening here. So on the left hand, it's pretty simple. We're only gonna have like the power chords. So we're gonna hold the tonic note right here, so the root note, and then we're gonna be playing the 5th on the top in quarter note. Alright, so it goes like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and back here. So this is pretty simple, but it's actually something that I do very often. It kind of keep the beat in the background when I'm playing something on my right. So it's pretty cool to have that kind of thing on the left hand if you want to add some rhythm to it, but you don't want to play too much because maybe you have a bass player in the band. Now on the right hand, we're going to have a little bit of a syncopation here. So we're going to have this type of rhythm here. So 1, and what's happening here that is super cool is actually that we're going to the dominant 7 of the chord because we're adding the 5 and the flat 7 right here. Coming back here, which is the 4 of C. This is a harmonic movement we use so often in rock music. So we're going from the C major to the F major triad chord, still on C. Then we're moving up here to the dominant chord and back to the F and going back if you want to keep going. So this is a very bluesy pattern that we use, and he's kind of using this in Hard to Handle. So it goes like this. So we have 1, and we do the same thing on B flat. So on B flat it's going to be, so the dominant 7 here of B flat, back here to E flat, which is the 4 of B flat. So again, very cool harmonic movement here. And then on F, we're going to the dominant here. And since we're using kind of a chord inversion, it changes a little bit of how we're playing the movement here. So we need to adapt it. So we have F going to the 4, which is B flat, the dominant 7 for F, and back here. All right, so it's like that, and back to C. There you go. So a very cool groove, classic rock, bluesy that you can use in so many songs. It sounds amazing, so please try it on different ideas. And by the way, just as a quick reminder, if you'd like to have the PDF version of this video to follow at home, you can get it down below for free in the description. Alright, and for the last pattern, for groove number 3, this one is inspired by the classic rock song Sympathy for the Devil by the Rolling Stones. And it's gonna sound just like this. Alright, so this one is a little bit complex, but it's so cool to play. So let's take a look at what's happening here. So we're starting right here. We have the right hand playing C major with a chord inversion, and then on the left hand we're only going to do the octave of the root note. So in our case here we have C on the bottom, and then we're going to be playing C on the top. So as you can see here, this is something that I do quite often, just holding a note on the bottom and playing kind of a rhythm with the thumb here. So we have this together, then we're going to be playing the chord again. This one is a dotted A note. Then we have the top right here, a chord again, the left hand and the right hand. So slowly it goes like 1, 2. And then we do the same thing on B flat. 1, 2. And on F. But on F here, you can use this cool movement. It's kind of a walking bass, and he's actually doing this in the song Sympathy for the Devil. So that's where I got that. What's happening is he's moving from the 3rd of F to B flat. So this is the 4 going to C, because we're moving from F major to C major. And that's a cool approach that you can do to get to the C major. So, and then we're at C. For this one, you can add this variation if you'd like. It's just going to the 4 of C major to get back right here. So to F and back here. So this is something that you can use all the time in rock music. This harmonic movement from the 1 to the 4 to the 1 of the chord. Pretty classic rock, and it's really cool to add. All right, so one more time we have... Great, now that you have 3 amazing rock piano patterns, you're gonna need this video if you want to learn to play them on different chord progression.